right, Manitowoc Undercounter ice machine. Leaking water. Let's see. You can see it dripping right down here. Coming from inside of the compressor compartment. Let's see. Doesn't look like there's anything leaking back here. Let's open it up and see what's going on. First, I'm going to unplug the ice machine and get that front louver off and see what's going on. All right, so a good place to check for leaks is right here at the drain fitting. Doesn't seem to be leaking. You can see some water down underneath here, down in there, right next to the electrical box. That's why we unplug the power so you don't get shocked. Machine's not running and it's still dripping, so it probably has something to do with the water source. I'm gonna empty out all the ice from the storage bin, take off these 5/16 screws. I'm gonna disconnect the drain hose and disconnect the power cord from the control box. Like I said earlier, you're gonna remove one of those 5/16s, loosen up the top one, and this thing will just slide down. Do that to both sides. Remove the cover to the control box. Remove this plug, which just controls your touchpad here. And then remove your drain. And then the whole top of the machine should slide forward. I'll put my foot here. And it slides right off. Now that you have the storage bin removed, you can kind of look down inside, try to figure out where your leak is coming from. Let's see. Water there, a lot of water back in there. Oh, I can see where it's coming from. Right there. Looks like it's leaking out of the water inlet valve. There's a good chance that it's just a bad water inlet valve, that the solenoid has failed or something similar. I'm gonna verify and then see if I have the part and show you how to replace that water inlet valve. So I inspected the water valve. It is leaking from between the solenoid and the body of the water valve. None of the hoses or connections are leaking. It's actually coming from the water inlet valve itself. So that just needs to get replaced. I ended up having the part in hand. That's the part number. I didn't say it earlier, but I am working on a UD0140A. I'm gonna start by, so I already shut the water off. I'm gonna start by removing my water connection, removing those two 5/16, pulling the power off of the water solenoid and pulling that up and out this way. Like I said earlier, I disconnected the water source, removed my water fitting from the water inlet valve, removed two 5/16 screws. As you can see, I already pulled it out of the hole. So remove my power connection. Once you weave it up out of that hole, slide the clamp up and then kind of wiggle this guy off. A little bit of water and I'll dry that up. Then I have an exact match. We're just gonna do the process in reverse. Connect the water, weave it down into place, connect the power, put my fitting on, or my 5/16 screws, then my fitting, reconnect the water source, fire it up. Right, got my water valve reinstalled. Water supply line to the ice machine is connected also. Right back here, turned on the water, made sure it's not leaking. I'm going to pull that Gatorade out of the drain. Dry up some more of this water from inside the compressor compartment. Dry up this floor a little bit and slide the storage bin back on. Important to know when replacing the storage bin on these Neo Undercounter ice machines, there are channels on the bin that have to be in place. Otherwise, it just doesn't sit right and you risk it falling like that. So let me show you how to get it on there properly. All right, got it on there properly. This metal lip needs to be inside of the channel. That way this is nice and sturdy and doesn't fall off like it did before. Another common issue you run into when you work on these, when you put it back together, even though the power's plugged in and my touchpad connection is plugged in the control board, when you go to hit the power button, it doesn't want to stay on. It only runs if you hold the power button in. So what you want to do, unplug it, wait 10 seconds, plug it back in, should work. Unplugged it, waited 10 seconds. There you go. Now it's gonna start making ice. All right, we're all put back together. The machine is making ice. We're about 10 minutes into it. All right, all put back together. The machine is up and running, no longer leaking. Definitely making ice. Ice is already formed, about to fall. We're in harvest right now. All right. So this machine is good to go. Do a little bit of cleaning inside the storage bin, get rid of the first batch of ice, and we are done.